Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Love you guys. Thanks for being here today. I'm going to play in this sketchbook that I've had for a really long time. It's a 9 by 12 and sketch is definitely a term that is used loosely in this book. So many things go in this book besides sketching. So I am using that term loosely and I'm gonna get right on into it. I am on the journey of trying to fill up these pages. I'm getting pretty close to having something on every page, and today I am gonna take this page as inspiration for the back of this. Now, so many inspiring artists are part of this book, and I am choosing a Catherine Rains kind of an idea this time to work on a collage page. And these are the tools that I have brought out today, the tools and the papers. So I've got pens, scissors, glue, a ruler if I need it, and these are what I chose to work with. This is a napkin from the Dollar Tree, I think, and then some paper that I wrote on, and just going neutrals and black and white. So that's kind of where I am at on this one. Dictionary pages, some packaging that I wrote on, and some Asian text. So the first thing that I'm going to do is outline the boxes that I'm going to do. It's going to be a collage grid, and I'm excited to get working on this because I really like neutrals. And when I do a collage like this, I like to just keep it kind of simple. With Cat Rains, you can go completely nuts and bring out everything that coordinates and make it part of the composition. And every little box becomes its own composition. And that's what's kind of fun about this kind of an exercise. You can see what you like, see what you don't like, and just kind of go from there. With this type of collage, you can go a couple different ways. You can take one block at a time if you wanted to, and just whatever you have, just do one block at a time. For me, I like to kind of plan out what I'm going to do. As you can see, I've got certain papers and certain blocks. And then eventually, I'm going to glue everything down. But some people take one block, glue everything down in one block, then move to the next block. So that's one way you can do it. You can set yourself a time limit on how long you want to work on each little block there is, each little piece of composition that you have. 5 minutes per, and be done. So that would take actually about 45 minutes. You could even go a little less. My complete time on this, I think, was about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. And obviously it's sped up 4 times. And so that's how I'm rolling. What else did I say? One paper per section, and then just glue it down, just commit. So if I have that striped paper and I have enough for every block, then just put down something on every block of that paper and then just have it glued down, and then move on to the next paper and then glue on whatever you want on each block from that piece of paper. Does that make sense? So there's different ways that you can do this, kind of however you're jiving that day. So that's kind of what I did with this. I'm gonna just kind of let this roll as I'm zooming through the process here. And then I will come back and we will talk a little more at the end. Okay, how does that sound? All right, enjoy, and we'll talk to you soon. So as I'm finishing up, I am really just trying to find any spaces that I've missed and use these side pieces as any kind of filling up of spots that I think need something. And I just like doing that just to use up as much as as I can, as I think it needs. And but I really like how this is turning out. First of all, I love neutrals just in general, and then anything with black and white, that just makes me happy. So I'm hoping that you're enjoying this too. And this is, like I said, sped up 4 times. So this took me about 30 minutes altogether. I think a little more than that, because I already kind of had an idea in my mind of how I wanted it to go. So that kind of makes sense. And at this point, I'm looking at it and going to myself, what else does it need? I'm done with the majority of the boxes, but do I need to connect a few things like right here? So I add some napkin to that. I grab some of the napkin, that's the black, and just kind of connect that section there. Just from a visual standpoint, gives the eye some place to go from the top to the bottom. So it's a little bit of, you think about, there's principles of composition that I've heard about and I'm learning about, stuff like balance and proportion, movement. And I really like that bottom left line. I like this line right there. And now I have that line visually for the eye to go from top to bottom. There's also patterns, there's also repetition. So when you're doing something like this too, you figure out what your eye likes to look at. There's the rule of thirds going on for the top section, and that third one over on the top row, the one on the right. There's the rule of thirds going on with that, and that's a very basic rule. So that's always one easy way to do it too. Just go by the rule of thirds if you're going to do this kind of thing. I took my Posca and I outlined, framed, if you will, the individual boxes, and I love how it's turning out. This is really a fun effect, especially with, I got flowers, I've got stripes, I've got polka dots, I've got text, and I really like it. I just like all the elements, numbers. I'm going to connect that one too. I've got a little piece right here. Let's take a little piece of black. And yeah, I've got sticky fingers, and that's occupational hazard when you do something like this. You do get sticky fingers, but that's all right with me. It's worth it. So that's what I'm going to do to finish it off. I hope you enjoyed this video and just maybe gave you something to do, something very simple and enjoyable. And there's going to be more videos. I'm filling up pages in this sketchbook, and I'm air quotes that. Love you guys. I hope you're doing great today. Take care. And as always, God bless. Maybe give this a try. Yep. See you on the next one, you guys. Love you. Bye-bye.